place where everybody knows your name. Laughter fills the air like a sweet refrain. Sit and share a story, but I drink or two. In this cozy bar, where dreams come true, where smiles and friends remain, and good times ease the pain. Here we go again.
Hello, hello. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you let me know? That'd be just swell. How are we all? Mandy, the hat, the famous hat, thank you. Angie, unlock the door, you're already sitting at the bar. Of course, of course. I think I'm quite ready for tonight as well, to be honest with you. I knew there was something. I've definitely forgotten something tonight. I will have forgotten something. Where are you? Where are you? There's always something. Botrix has correctly joined the channel. Aren't you just delighted? Hang on, let's see if we can say hello from him. There you go, sorted, sorted. How are we anyway? How's things? How are you in yourself? That jukebox doesn't look right to me. I think it might not be working. I think it might not be working. We shall see if it changes. I doubt it. Something's got to go wrong today, hasn't it? Where's Ali? Nobody's behind the back. Gasping, are you spitting feathers? Are you spitting feathers? She'll soon arrive. Normally, if Ali's going to be a little bit late, she will send a message or something, won't she? Casper, how you doing? You okay? How's life in Denmark? I'm speaking with a slightly more Scouse accent today. Can't help myself. Having gone back into the office and then been driving around town for a little bit. It's got under my skin slightly. Whereas before I'd be quite clipped. One has returned back. All of a sudden I've got back, lad. You know what I mean? It was nice though. It was nice today. Nice to get out the house. Nice to see Liverpool again. Nice to see the new stadium. Wow, that is something else. That really is something else. Angie, you'll jump behind the bar. You've got your beer wench outfit on. There you go. Angie is now serving. Good stuff, good stuff. Get your orders in. I've re-scoused myself, I have. And the fact is, my boss is not even from Liverpool. So it's not like I've been talking to her and all of a sudden I've got like, you know, dead scouse at the... it was just walking. Billy Connolly said it about Glasgow. He said, when you get off the train at Glasgow Central, Glasgow just comes through you, the soles of your feet. I know exactly what he meant. Same for me. As soon as I get off at Lime Street after being anywhere else, you feel it. It's mad. A chocolate tea for Mandy. It's the spoon, man. It's always the spoon, man. Spoon, man. Fantastic stuff. There will be some more on-screen stuff tonight. Not all of it, Mandy, I'm afraid. Not all of it, but some of it has been upgraded. A genuine upgrade as well. You love to see it. You really do. Why isn't that working? It's pissing me off, that now. If that doesn't work, it's getting demoted. As soon as you figure out what that is, it is a Tia Maria and hot chocolate, isn't it, Mandy? Is there extra stuff in it as well, though? Nothing much to report. It's gotten cold today over in Denmark. It was snow and sleet earlier. We had snow in the UK as well. It's the Cheltenham Festival of horse racing in Cheltenham, obviously, which is what would you class Cheltenham? Is it southwest? It's south and west of here, but anyway, it's further south than us. They had snow today. We didn't. It was nice where we were. The naughty north has been quite nice. Old pick of the chocolatier. It is, because I have had loads of stuff to do and I've only just managed to put on some of the other things. Remind me later. Know what I mean, bro? Oh, balls. I'm going to try something else. Try a different playlist just for a second. See if it decides to change. It probably won't do, though. It doesn't have to be hot. Triple chocolate liqueur. There you go. That'll work as well. Tia Maria and chocolate. Chocolate. It's nice stuff, though. We've got more drinks to the point where I've now had to add a fifth page on the Stream Deck XL. A fifth one. Because it's just, there's stuff everywhere. Literally everywhere. Mad ting fam, I think the phrase is. One delicious chocolatier in your largest glass. Triple chocolate. Now you are talking, with whipped cream. Sorry, you mentioned the whip. Frankie automatically came out. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Yes, Mandy can confirm that hot chocolate and Tia Maria works in real life. Or is that Ireland and you've just been cut off? Yep. In the same way. What else works? There was something else that works and I can't think what it was. Yeah, I can't think. There's another drink like that actually works. Works wonders. Oh, Baileys and Jameson. Irish whiskey in an Irish whiskey liqueur. Works wonders. Someone got me to make it for him in the pub and was delighted with it. Absolutely delighted. No, that Yuki's not working there. What a ball, like. If anyone else has got drinks, their signature drinks, let us know and we'll put them up on the screen. I'm making more work for Mandy, but you love it, don't you? You love creating. No cream, whipped or otherwise. What? Whipped cream's fantastic. Not in my daughter, are you? Can't stand eclairs. They don't taste of anything. What are you on about, you half-wit? She was crying in the car earlier, my daughter. I was being nasty to her. Explaining what a root canal actually is. Apparently she has to have one. And pay for it. I think that's what she was more pissed off with. She has to pay for it. That'd pay for a night out. Don't these people realise that? And she wants to buy a car despite not having passed the test yet. And when she does, I'll never see her again. Isn't it horrible? Isn't it horrible? Me poor baby. Why don't you like cream? Mind you saying that I don't drink a lot of milk or anything, so I don't have loads of dairy products. And yet I still like cream. I haven't had any in ages though. They moved the chocolate eclairs in Tesco and I can't find out where they've moved them to. Otherwise I'd have one of them. No whipped cream, you squirt it in your mouth instead. Fair enough. If in doubt, whip it out. Yep. Oh man. Earl Grey in a thermos, because I'm worth it. That's a nice cup of tea. That is the perfect temperature. I have absolutely nailed that tonight. She'll be happy when the anaesthetic wears off. It is a few days after her birthday as well. That's when she has her first appointment round there. So of course I've got to pick her up and take her. And then take her back home or take her back to work. She'll be off that day, I think. Send her a love and healing energies. Thank you very much, Angie. She will need them. And then she was in a team meeting tonight, and I didn't have to take her because someone else was taking her and taking her home. And she's off for the rest of the week. I won't see her till Monday. Well, unless she goes out. I thought that this week. I won't see her on this day. I won't see her on that day. And last night, I got a phone call or a text, one or the other, at 11:15 during the week. Dad, can you pick me up? Went out for a couple of quiet bevies with a mate. No problem, no problem. 11:15 is better than 5:30 in the morning, after all. Is it not? I think so. Oh man, my throat's knackered. I feel like I've been talking loads and I haven't. Although to be fair, I was talking loads in the car, wasn't I? Even times when I wasn't recording, I was still talking. And bastards as well. Liverpool Council. There used to be loads of car parking spaces on the streets. There isn't now. All been removed and loading only in the place. Stupid. If I could find a space anywhere on the pier head, I was going to get off, take the camera with me and just have a wander around and show you what it looks like. You know, the Three Graces, the Liver buildings, the Cunard buildings and the Port of Liverpool buildings, the river, the museum. I'm going to have to go back at some point. Proper show you what it's like, because it is stunning down there, absolutely stunning. I will see her. Stupid o'clock on Sunday morning. She hasn't been out though that much recently. She's saving for a car. That's the thing about these kids. When they do go out, they don't drink that much anyway. But they are far more interested in getting a car and just going and sitting in Mackie's car park, getting something to eat, and then having a bit of a cruise around. Which is why she constantly drives by. What does she do? When I'm streaming, doing sunset streams, hijacks, involves, sends stupid messages, all that shit, because they're always driving up and down there. Yeah, root canal is way better than not getting it. I told her about this as well. I told her what would happen if you don't. And it may be sore now, but you're not going to end up with severe problems down the line. I know, Dad, but actual tears as well. Poor little shit. Did I find the blue badge thing? I didn't even look. I got home, I put that video together tonight, and I really should have added more stuff into it. Music, sound effects, little bits and pieces that I wanted to, but I'm so tired, man. So all that'll have to wait until tomorrow. I've got loads to do tomorrow as well. I picked up me proper mouse. I've got one at home, an ergonomic mouse. You hold it sideways, but it's a cheap one. It does the job. But I've got an expensive one through work, which has been sat in my locker for 2.5 years. That's getting plugged in tomorrow. We are going proper old school. Can't wait. Yes, I can wait. Get one of those electric scooters, park anywhere. I would fall flat on my face if I tried to use one of them. Have you seen me trying to walk? Never mind ride anything. Daniel, how you doing, bud? How's things? Not doing too bad here. Not doing too bad. I've been back to Liverpool. I got all emotional. Drove past the new Everton stadium. I got all emotional. Picked up my daughter and took her to the dentist. I got all emotional. I've been all in the fields today, haven't I, as the kids say. Mandy, not sure you could cope with an ergonomic mouse. Do you know how good this is, right? Genuinely how good this is. I had problems with my shoulder and my back for years because I was made to sit at a desk that was too low for me, which is not what they're supposed to do. Naughty. When the woman came out to assess me, she said, show me how you use your mouse. And I was just using it like that, normal. And she went, put a fist into a ball. So grab hold of it like you're using a mouse and have a look where your shoulder is. Now move your hand around to that side and feel how your shoulder is. Moving it from that to that, that's all it is. That to that brings your elbow and your shoulder in by about that, like a pivot. So you end up not putting pressure on the shoulder. Ergonomic mouse, if you've got a bad shoulder, for the win. Amazing. Tell her it's the injections that hurt the most. I already made her cry. I don't need to tell you more of that. I did say it will hurt for about an hour afterwards, but ibuprofen, paracetamol, whatever it is, and get yourself to sleep. You'll be better when you wake up. Got to finally be able to have this in the background. Lovely stuff. Angie, working your ass off on editing a video. It's not good, is it? Even the easiest. I mean, my videos are really straightforward. Record them in sequence because obviously you do, don't you? If you're out and about, you press record, you press record, you press record. Just put it into the timeline in sequence. Cut little bits that are shit. Honest, I do actually cut bits that are shit. And that takes ages and it's still a pain. Yeah, Dan. Slipped a disc in your back, been down for 5 days. That's when you know you're in trouble, that man. 5 days. No sign of it being any better? Love to have it on in the background. Feel like you're working at the pub with friends. Because you are. Look in the corner of the screen. You are serving right now, Angie. Doing the bizzo. I think the phrase, isn't it? Doing the bizzo. Ouch indeed. Backs are not to be messed with. Backs are not to be messed with. Because you'll be surprised. You can't do anything without it affecting your back. Knees are quite similar as well at times. You can't walk, you can't sit down. Everything, if you sneeze when you've got a bad back, your back just suddenly goes into spasm. It's horrible. Everything's connected. I mean, if you've got a sore arm, you put it on a pillow or something, don't you, and you're alright. I did when I fractured my wrist, or my elbow, rather. Or my arm, one or the other. Just, it was on a pillow, and if I'd sneezed, coughed or anything, no pain. Bad back though. Terrible. Sciatica's like that as well. What a horrible thing that is. People telling you there's a God when sciatica exists. Fucker. Red alert, red alert. If anyone's in the UK at the moment, red alert. A red aurora alert. The northern lights will be above our houses as we speak. Bedstream, not in an OnlyFans way. Of course, of course. No one would be wanting to watch that. Not with me anyway. Pouring shots from your cleavage in 10 minutes, don't miss it. Now you see, that's the kind of OnlyFans thing that would sell quite well, I would have thought. Cleavage shots. There are fellas on OnlyFans as well, aren't there? How does that work? Women aren't stupid enough to fall for this shit, are they? Only stands. I don't know. What did he call it? Only mans. There is a place in Liverpool. In Liverpool, food is called scran. You're going for your scran. Starving, got any scran? And there's a place called Only Scrans, and you've used the actual font and the colours and everything from OnlyFans and got a cease and desist letter. Sam will change it to something else. Everyone will still only call it Only Scrans anyway. You're not winning there. You're not going to beat them. I used to drive past that every morning. I didn't today. I went somewhere else. Gutted with that though. Absolutely gutted. I've worked that far away from the pierhead for years without having a channel. Now that I've got a channel, I've not been that close to the pierhead in years. I could have been filming all kinds of stuff. I could have been there for the three queens when they came in. The Queen Mary, the Queen Elizabeth, and the Queen, whichever one it was. There was three of them. The big ships came in all at the same time, one after the other. There was boats with the spray going off. Looked amazing. Of course, I wasn't there for that. But I could have done stuff like that, couldn't I? I wasn't even sick at that point. I'd just come home. I need to get out and film more stuff about where we are, where I live. It's nice. That today was a bit of a shot in the arm. Driving back and seeing the daffodils, and there was loads of them. I love stuff like that. Flowers, murals, the river, the clank of the bridge as you drive over it near the new stadium, and the Leeds-Liverpool Canal going past the Titanic Hotel. Beautiful, man. I saw an article where Lily Allen said she made less from her music streaming than she gets from feet pics on OnlyFans. Absolutely 100%. Streamers on Spotify and things like that get paid sod all. I mean, the fella who owns it gets paid an absolute fortune, but no one else gets any money. Millions and millions of streams. Yeah, there's your 20 quid. Feet pics, of course. There is a market for that, apparently. So I've read on the internet. Ships. You thought I meant a Pride concert? No. Not a Pride concert. Actual ships. Massive ships. We're quite lucky with the Mersey, despite the fact that it silts up quite a lot, because it is a tidal river. It's also deep enough that we can get massive cruise liners and warships. The big warships, oh my word. Should see them. The Liver buildings are regarded as the UK's or England's first skyscraper. It's not a skyscraper by any stretch of the imagination, but compared to what the buildings used to be like, this was massive. It's still fairly big, but when you look past it and you see a ship parked next to it which is taller, that's when you know those things are huge. I do sort of miss that. I also miss the Disney cruise ship, where they've got the foghorns that play When You Wish Upon a Star at about 7 o'clock in the morning. It's amazing, that. You can hear it all over the city. That's what he said. Yep. Matron. Why is my throat knackered? For someone who talks a lot, it shouldn't be knackered today, really, should it? Lovely seeing me boss, and so there was 3 of me colleagues were in there today as well. Very nice. Seeing faces that I haven't seen in it's like 2.5 years, like. They've barely changed a bit. And not only streaming, also including if you play music on the radio in a commercial, even a jukebox to get money. Yeah, we get something called a Performing Rights Society, don't we? Everyone who has a song played on a jukebox in a pub, that's performing rights. I know my mate was in a 1960s band, #1 hits in the UK and whatever. He still gets checks sent to him every couple of years. Noddy Holder from Slade said every year they get a Christmas bonus because of all the Christmas songs that Slade have written, which they can pretty much go and buy a new house every year if they wanted to. That's where the money is. If you can do a Christmas song and it takes off, you are sorted. It must be raking it in with the feet. A feet are making the money hand over fist. Hang on, text message. Fuck's sake. They hadn't forgot me. How could anybody forget me, Mandy? How could anybody forget me? I walked in there, 6'4", 16 stone, wearing a bright orange smock. How can anyone forget me? I'm very difficult to miss, which was mentioned about 3 times today in 3 different settings. The dentist, when I went in and seen her, you barely fit through that door, you. Thanks. You saying I put on weight, do you? Aye, do you? People love feet, you just don't get... Angie, I had no idea, man. Different strokes for different folks. Just wish I hadn't had the one I had. But yeah, it's bizarre, but you know what I mean? A Christmas song royalty could take the edge off of any winter depression. It could. People like Jonah Louie, Call the Cavalry, again, doesn't have to make another song for the rest of his life and he can live fairly comfortably. Dwayne Eddies, man, it's all about the Dwayne Eddies. Mankman Christmas tune, loads of time to do the video. It will have to be a fantastic one if it's going to take you this long to sort out. What are we in now? March. Couple of months to write it, create it. Release it in November. There we go, sorted. Remind me of that later. A smear over 5'4". I was just below the frame of the door when I walked in this morning. I was wearing a hat. It wasn't a slash hat either, like a top hat or anything. It was just a normal baseball cap. Funny, the first time I went in and seen that new dentist. Sit down, looking at me like I was some kind of monster. She went, oh my, why? We'll have to get a bigger chair for you. Are your feet going to be alright hanging over the edge? Yeah, it's sound. I'm used to this. Not your feet, Mandy, not your feet. No money to be made in there. Never got feet, you find them nasty at best. Yeah, I mean, there must be something about it. It's not just 1 or 2 people. There's an entire movement out there. As Lily is proof of. Know what I mean? And your feet are deformed, ugliest feet on the planet. I'm not having that. Not having that. They're just weird, aren't they, feet? And even weirder the people that like them. There's a fetish for everyone though, isn't there? I would think. Whatever tickles your pickle. Do a birthday tune first, of course, man. Shoe sniffers, yeah. Like on there, chewing the fat. Brilliant, that. The timing of that is fantastic. When someone looks away. Amazing, absolutely amazing. Oh, I was going to get out the car on the way down into town as well today. There's a place in Litherland, I think it is, just as I was driving over Dunningsbridge Road. On the left, there's a new build, little estate of new houses, and the name of it is Rimmer's Close. I was going to go in there and possibly do a Red Dwarf joke or a filth joke, but by the time I looked at it and thought, I'd already gone past. That's you done that very quickly there, Angie. Suspiciously quickly. Did you have them saved, did you? Copy and paste. A lot going on there as well, isn't there? High heel shoes, pumps, trainees, sneakers, flats and boots. So you're covering everything here, aren't you? Whatever you're into, Angie's got it covered. There you go. Loving it. I should have had a beer, shouldn't I? That's what I should have had. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. No shoe discrimination. I like that. All shoes are welcome. Brilliant. That's really got me in the heels. Just got a text off me ma. She is about 10 feet in that direction. Doing carbonara tomorrow. Yeah, man, I shouldn't even talk like that. No, you're alright. Thursday tomorrow, isn't it? I don't know why I asked this, because obviously I'm streaming on a Wednesday. I need to do something this week. I don't know what it is. What do I need to do? Apart from work my ass off, I need to do something. It will come to me. It will come. Oh, I've got to make a thing, haven't I? Got to make a thing for Jess. I'd probably, if you might have heard it in one of the videos. The New York woman is obsessed with dogs that I do. Me and Jess do that of a morning. Every time we see a dog, it's oh my God, would you look at the sausage dog? Is his name Myron? He looks like a Myron. Well, I've come up with this. This is the couple. Her name's Gloria. I think he's going to be called either Bob or George or something. So I'm going to have to make one with moving lips for Jess just to piss her off. I like that. It's our little thing of a morning. Doesn't matter what it is. A Great Dane. Oh my God, would you look at the sausage dog? Small things, small minds. Obviously. One beer from the cleavage coming up. You could fit an entire keg in there, Angie. Trainers, boots or flip-flops? Trainers, you wool. Trainees, man, trainees. You can't say trainers, sneakers, kicks. Oh man, I hate that. If you're in Liverpool, the trainees. What are you doing, lad? Don't stand on me, trainees. And you're always barefoot, which is horrible for everyone else, but so comfy for you. Also very good for your feet. Very good. Whether you're barefoot or wearing socks, the lack of anything underneath, the lack of any shoes, good for you. It helps spread out your feet, which is healthy. Very healthy. You had wiener dogs. Sausage dogs. Oh my God, the sausage dog. Is his name Myron? He looks like a Myron. I don't know where that came from, I just said it one morning, dead loud. And she started pissing herself laughing, so I thought, right, we're doing that from now on. She even said this morning, because I said it this morning, there was like a German shepherd, I think, or something. Oh my God, would you look at the sausage dog? She went, I can't wait till you say that one day with the window open. As if I'm going to be remotely asked about not doing it. I will do it even louder with the windows open, I told her that. Wiener, General Longstreet and Candy Cane. Oh, what fantastic names they are. I like them. My friend in the Netherlands has got one called Sjors. Gorgeous little thing. When she got him, it was about that big. Well, it was about that big and about that big. Proper little L shape. Amazing little thing. Stunning. Angie, what is your drink of choice, real or fictional? Just so when you order it, it can appear on screen. Because obviously 5 pages of Stream Deck is not enough. We need more. How do you like it? I still find it absolutely amazing watching other people's Stream Decks in the background and there's nothing written on them at all. 2 or 3 buttons being used. And I could do with about 7 Stream Decks in just one place. I wonder if I won the lottery, could I do that? Could I just have Stream Decks absolutely everywhere? Because I wouldn't give up. I wouldn't quit. Imagine that. Quitting streaming because you won loads of money. Bollocks to that. I'd be streaming from all over the world. Be very, very annoying, but be funny. You'll have a good glass of Moscato or a snifter of Grand Marnier to sip on. Grand Marnier, very nice indeed. Classy, very classy. I'll stick with my Earl Grey in a thermos because I'm worth it. Still haven't got in contact with me, have they? Bastards. Yes, it can be any colour except green. We're like the anti-Ford when it comes to this. Because the green screened out, you see. The green screened out. A double shot of Bushmills. There you go. You have mentioned that before, haven't you? Bushmills. That's nice. Other. Balls to it, it's going off. I'm not arsed. It's doing me head in now. Don't know why it does that. Works most of the time, then occasionally just stops, decides not to. Yeah. What was I saying then? You want to drink. The power of suggestion. The power of suggestion. And we have loads as well. There's loads of stuff. What have we got? I haven't got my Earl Grey, have I? In a thermos. There's no need to. It's actually here in front of me. But Armandi has done fantastic work with the on-screen assets. Is that what we're calling them? The on-screen assets. Bear Schmills, there you go. You can do that. Write it down on your pad. Your to-do pad. It's good. I like it. You're learning, Mandy, you're learning. They're getting better all the time. Have I told you about apps on Canva as well yet? There's an option for apps where you can do all kinds of weird shit as well. Like if you wanted to put a picture on a phone screen or on a laptop or something, you can just drag and drop your picture into it and it automatically resizes it and shapes it for you. And things like that. There's one with, you can change type to make it look like it's going from small to large, if you know what I mean as well. Loads of stuff. Loads of mad stuff. Worth looking into. The only problem with that is once you start looking into things like that, you will never stop. It's such a rabbit hole. As you are finding. What's the, I was thinking, what's one of the bear ones that we've got at the moment? It's not Jackie or Steve, Esther or Pub Rock Shandy, is it? Difficult gwydder position on British Fui Grotto Heuristic Euro Gig Fruit Hot Broth. Euro Gig Fruit Hot Broth. I'm sure they supported 8 Mile Radius in Toronto in 1972. I am convinced. Oh, Mandy. One of the channels that I watch has got a caravan in Carnarvon or Bangor or somewhere around there anyway. Kirsty, how you doing? You okay? And she was looking out, chopping down all, because it's the start of the season, chopping down bits of the trees that had grown wild and what have you, to get a better view of Aruri in the background. Cribgoch is in there somewhere, but what's the name of it? Mawa. What's mountain in Welsh? What is it called? Can't remember what it's called now. Bastard. But she was looking at it and she climbed it as well. Looked amazing. Annoys the life out of me that you can look out of your window and see these things. And in theory, Mynydd Mawr, that's a Mynydd Mawr. Looked amazing, looked absolutely gorgeous. Cribgoch is just a little bit further along from there, and of course, Snowdon, Irwitha is just a little bit across from that as well. Just being able to look out and see that, and if you were fit and healthy enough, which I'm not, just be able to go out, park up and walk up the bloody things. So jealous, so jealous. But also, Henry Turner was in Lake District at Scafell, not Scafell Pike, Scafell, the second highest mountain in England. He went up and there's a place, Lord's something, again, my fucking brain's gone today, which is up a really sharp incline, looks terrible, up scree and all kinds of stuff. Lord's Rake it's called, isn't it? Get to the top. That looked incredible. That's it, Mynydd Mawr, big mountain, literally means big mountain, doesn't it? Mynydd, mountain, Mawr, big. It is, tell you what, it's really pretty as well, that. The mountains in North Wales are absolutely beautiful. From afar, very pretty, very, very pretty. On top of them, and the view that you get is just gorgeous as well. The translation there is in it. I've seen that before. She mentioned it herself anyway, but also I've seen that somewhere else. It might have been, did I show you? I sent you a video, didn't I? I'm sure I did. Of all the mountains, all the places, mountains mainly, in North Wales and how you actually pronounce them. Because it made no sense to begin with. That was on there, Mynydd Mawr. Angie takes it straight. Put it on your notepads, peeps. Yeah, I'd love to go. I've mentioned this before. I'd love to go to either North Wales or the Lake District. Lake District, especially to do the Wainwrights, 214 Wainwrights that you can climb up. Tick, tick, tick. It's not going to happen for a while. North Wales might not happen for a while either, unless it's the train to the top of Irwitha. Possibly do that. But after that today, all I did, genuinely, drive down, drive round, went and found the nearest NCP car park that I know, and thought, it's only down the road, it's a bit further than I realised. And by the time I got back, I was absolutely exhausted, man. Know what I mean? Thirsty Kirsty, you made a rhyme. The simple things that amuse you, yep. Well, with this being a pub, don't forget that we've got Kirsty and also Ali. So we've got Kirsty Ali. Cheers. Was it Mandy? It might have been you actually who pointed that out one day. Annoyed the life out of me as well because I'd not noticed it. Kirsty Ali. Your choice, there you go. Whatever you pick. Whatever you decide. Go on. But I will, one of these days, I'm going to climb a mountain. Or at least be on top of a mountain. It's going to be Irwitha, isn't it? It's going to be Snowdon. It's going to be on the train. It's not going to be walking. It's not even going to be the Great Orme. Maybe the Netherlands would be the place to go. Have a wander. Oh! Kirsty hasn't got a drink yet. You could try the Huache, couldn't you? Should we try the Huache and see if this works? Look at the tray, man. Bears' heads on the tray. How fantastic is that? Huache. Lovely, lovely stuff. Again, thank you, Mandy, for your efforts. The on-screen assets were made in North Wales, and they weren't knitted either. How good's that? Is that ice cream? It's not, is it? It's ice, I think, isn't it? Or snow, is it, Mandy? shaved ice. Although you're going to have to make that now as well, man, the ice cream. Get that dragged on. You expected them to be separate. Unfortunately, to be able to press a button and things to come on, just had to be in one go. For now, at least, anyway. Otherwise, they wouldn't be on here. It's snow. There you go, yeah. Which is like grated ice. Like slush. Now you want ice cream. If advertisers, if you're watching, watch what's happening here. We mention alcohol. Angie wants a drink. Ice cream's mentioned. Kirsty wants ice cream. See what I mean? Could be making a fortune out of us here now. I'm talking to you, Thermos, because I'm worth it. Classier than ice cubes, it is. Absolutely 100% classier than ice cubes. What do I want? I want something to eat. I had fruit, a ginger shot fruit earlier on. Didn't get time to eat proper food. But then again, I didn't really know what I wanted. I'm still having problems with that. Finding things to eat. I've got a handful of things I don't mind eating. Not good, is it? Although I'm still just under 16 stone, so it's not like I'm wasting away to nothing. There's still a lot of me. So I must be getting the calories somewhere. It's not all from tea, I promise you. I had muesli yesterday for the first time in absolute decades. I bought the cheap Tesco stuff. Fucking shite, man. No wonder I'm tired, no fuel inside me. Nah, nothing to do with that. It's fatigue, not tiredness. That walking. Man. Oh, right, a little tiny bit of it was walking uphill, up Water Street. And then down Dale Street, but apart from that, it was fairly flat. Just wish I could have found somewhere on the pier head to park, man. I'd have been alright walking up the hill to the office. Had my little chat. And then walked out downhill would have been sound. But no. I'd have to get there stupidly early in the morning. Apparently if you don't get round there by about 8 o'clock in the morning, everywhere's full until about 2:30, 3 o'clock, when some of the offices start clearing out slightly. So if you get there from 4ish and get there before the night staff do, you'll find somewhere to park. I shall have to bear this in mind. So I've just read that, and I read the back end of your username and the material you provided. I've just read library sandwich, and I don't know what a library sandwich is, but now I want a library sandwich. Cheers, Kirsty. Cheers, girl. Steve-O. Half-time in the Madrid derby, 1-0. At the moment, Atletico Madrid. Conor Gallagher after 30 seconds. Conor the Pitbull Gallagher. How's things, Steve-O? And our Helen, the Norfolk correspondent, of course, doing remarkable work in the field. And Ruby. Do you know what? I've not even looked. Wrexham got beat last night. My dad wasn't happy. Where are we? Arsenal. I think they might win this one against PSV. 9-2 on aggregate at the moment. Atleti, so it's 2-2 on aggregate. Louvely Jubilee. Leeds Millwall. Oh yeah, right. They don't like each other. Portsmouth Plymouth. What a game that is, man. What a game. Dukla Prague are playing, and I'm not played earlier, and I have not got my Dukla Prague away kit shirt on. What was the one yesterday? Oh, there was a fantastic team playing yesterday. Yeah, in the South African Premier League. A team called Chipper United, which just sounds like the most Irish football team on earth, doesn't it? How'd you get together? We're all working in the Chipper United. Sandwich. Go make me a damn sandwich. Now you're hungry. See the power of suggestion. We could be making a fortune for these companies. Watches. They're great for telling the time on. I'm a natural at doing this. Battery packs. You won't mind being charged. I can do this. I can do this. Jackie Lewis. J. Lou, how you doing? You okay? How's things in Northern Ireland? Just checking my stream deck just in case. Just in case. Norwich were 2-0 up at half time and lost 3-2 at home against Wednesday. I saw that yesterday, mate. I thought you'd be gutted. Terrible, that, innit? Mandy, you absolute spitfire. Oh my God, she's such a spitfire. That it does remind me of my American friend. She doesn't talk like that. Well, she never talked like that. She's not here, not with us anymore. She was a bit of a, not a wild child apparently when she was young, but her older brother referred to her as a chili pepper. I'd never heard that before. Same as a pistol. Hawkeye's always been referred to as being a pistol on MASH. This guy's a pistol. Bizarre. We haven't got that in ours, have we? Do you think jukebox broke because Horace keeps kicking it? Might have done. Should we check? Should we see if it's working now? It might not be. I don't think it will be. It's not working. It's still not working. At least he had a go, though. At least he had a go. Where's the boss? Where's the boss? Where is our Helen? Has she cooked anything? She cooked anything? She been cooking? She got a kookboek? Have a look at the kookboek in the nook. Ali got the night off. Must have done. Normally here by now, isn't she? Or if not, she would have sent her a massage. Sitting next to you. Are we talking? Is Helen sitting next to you or is Ali sitting next to you? Do we need to ask more questions about this? Ah. And you are hanging in there. Today is a good day. It's always a good day when you wake up. The world is infinite in its possibilities. It's always a good day. Says the man that was moaning about the rain earlier on. That was only because there was this massive cloud above us and everywhere else looked really nice and bright. I was annoyed. You take them all as they come. Are you back in the car park, are you? Jackie Lewis. Naughty, naughty, naughty. It's getting to that time of year though, isn't it? It is. It's getting to the, you need to watch out what time you leave the car park time of year. You only have one boss and it's the one that feeds you. There you go. You know your place. And wouldn't have it any other way. See, my throat's not sore, but it's just being a pain in the arse. If that makes any sense. That makes no sense whatsoever. Drinks. Yep. Some days are better than others, but you're making it. That's the thing, isn't it? Waking up of a morning is actually a victory in itself. And for some people, it's the ultimate victory. If you can manage that, the rest is absolute child's play. Telling you, the rest is child's play. You actually forgot it was Wednesday. I can't have a go at you over that. I forget these things all the time. I even forget what day it is when I'm streaming. That's how bad things are. I can ask you the question, what day is it tomorrow? Knowing full well I stream twice a week. Anyone a beverage, a day made an average, or something to eat? There you go. Get your orders in. And if anyone wants to work behind the bar, our Angie's been on for an hour already. Let us know. Put your hand in the air and wave like you just don't care. Get your orders in. To our wench costume wearing barmaid. With your insomnia, your days and nights run together. That's what it is, isn't it? Just, you have a look at the window and see what kind of light's coming through it. Your usual, Steve, your usual. Some horsey wind pumper with its very own promotional poster and a chocolatier. Have I got another chocolatier? Is it a different one? I can't remember which one's which. It's the Spoon Man. Spoon Man. Cecilia Plazzi, how you doing, girl? Cecilia's my friend from Sweden, from Stockholm. Tell us about when I lived in the Netherlands. I was only watching something the other day about the Netherlands. 3 of my dad's teammates were getting interviewed, and he were talking about the time when he was over there. He got mentioned, my dad, about the time he went live on Dutch national TV doing a Tommy Cooper impression, and not just an impression, a full magic act. The fella come round from the magic circle and taught him how to do a load of tricks, and he done them live on the Dutch version of like Match of the Day. Mad fucker. Not being able to sleep is awful. It does. It affects your entire life. It does. It does, because you can't get into any kind of routine. You haven't got the energy or strength to be able to do anything. It's absolute ball ache. And it has to be... You have to get into a routine to make things work, I think. That's the old one. And the old Steve slide. I'll have to... yeah, you'll have to... talk me through it at some point, because I've only just downloaded the latest versions, I thought anyway. Know what I mean? Oh man. But at least some things are on there. Yeah, triple chocolate liqueur chocolatier coming up. A coffee for Jackie. A coffee. Do you want a coffee? Do you want a twok? Cecilia, you're breaking my heart. Shaking my confidence daily. Sometimes you think you're going slightly mad. Cecilia, yeah, from S-Town, from the Solna area of Stockholm. I didn't realise Stockholm is 2 cities, sort of twin cities within one city. I did not know that. Did you know that? What is it? Solna is one of them. What's the other one? There's 2 cities like mashed together into one big Stockholm. And Stockholm, by the way, looks absolutely incredible. If you like water, if you like cities on water, go to Stockholm. Tell Cecilia I sent you. I'm gutted now. I missed the water. I missed the river today. Bully me into going back to the river at some point. Not just the sea, the actual river. There's always more water in the river than there is in the sea. Sounds stupid, that, doesn't it? But there is, where I live anyway. You have to check Steve Slide at a proper port. Have a look again then, just make sure, because I downloaded the latest versions, I thought, and obliviously not. Thought Steve was singing. He was being cheeky. He was singing. How do you get me to come to Sweden? Fly me over. First class. None of this steerage bullshit. I can't go anywhere. I can barely go to Liverpool. I went today. I came home. I fell asleep on the sofa because I was absolutely goosed. Never mind flying somewhere. I'm not even sure. Am I allowed to fly? Is that available to me? Am I allowed to fly? Will my brain explode again? Might not do. Might do, but it might not do. Yes, Mandy hasn't done coffee yet. It has been mentioned though, hasn't it? During the last week, I think. So I think it might be on the to-do list. Oh, look at that. Doesn't say hello. The hand goes up straight away. That's when you know you are in the presence of Ali Alio. Angie, thank you very much for your shift behind the bar. Marvellous. Marvellous. Ali Alio, how you doing? Ali Alio. Speak to my agent. Jeff's getting involved as well, isn't he? Why is it all gone New York? After a stroke, you can fly after a week, apparently. That's funny. It's 2.5 years after mine, and I can't even get off the ground. You can drink alcohol. It's not one of the things where they tell you not to drink. They just tell you to stick within the rules, the limits. Normally, anything that happens to you, the first thing they say is, stop smoking, stop drinking. I can stub my toe. Yeah, stop smoking, stop drinking. I got told to stop smoking once. I went in for something very strange. I don't even know what it was. A bad back, maybe. And the woman that I went to see went, the thing that we'd advise you to do is to stop smoking. I said, you fucking idiot. I never smoked in my life. Oh, right. Just had it seen that. No, I haven't. Disappear. Ali in the house. Very poor indeed.
Very poor indeed.
Very poor indeed. Thanks for your sunrise. It looked fantastic, didn't it? Sunrises. Also check Donald's stuff as well, because he put some rather nice skies up as well. Lovely to see. Hopefully we'll get more of that. Don't just make it a one-off. If you have a nice sunset or sunrise, stick them on. Let us see them. We like all that. You'll take care of me. Thank you. I'm sure you will. I'm sure you look after me. We'll be going to an AIK, is it? AIK, that's Stockholm, isn't it? Not AEK, that's Athens. AIK it is, isn't it? That's your local team. You told me about Alexander Isak before he even went to Spain. Years and years ago. Keep an eye out for him, he's going to be fantastic, said our Swedish correspondent. Nobody bought him. Real Sociedad bought him. Newcastle got him. Now the entire world wants to sign him. Yeah, no matter what it is, stop drinking, stop smoking. It's a must. I think it's done just like Tourette's, isn't it? Healthcare Tourette's. What's happened with you? I've got a distended bollock. Oh, stop drinking, stop smoking. Do you have a drink problem? Yes. 2 hands and only 1 mouth. That was the problem. The colours in your pics were fantastic. Absolutely. We love it. Love it. Steve, you had your poo results back today and you're fine and dandy. Glad to hear it, mate. Glad to hear it. No need to send any video of that. We're all right. Stick with the flint. Same for you as well, Jack. Is the entire stream sending shite to the doctors apart from me? How's that working? I've got my physio next week, haven't I? Go and see the physios in Ormskirk. Which means a 15, 20 minute drive there. 15, 20 minute drive home. I might have to have a look around when I get there. Show you some of Ormskirk. Glorious place. You sent 2 pics, one from you, one from Donald. Let's have a look. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes. This is Ali's pic. Isn't that glorious? Isn't that a glorious sky? Colours are amazing in that as well. I love that shift. Yellow to pink to sort of lilac-y, isn't it? Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And then Donald. Isn't that superb as well? That looks like a proper wild landscape. Love it, love it. Very pretty. Thank you, Ali. Thank you, Donald. Mucho apreciado, as they say in Japan. You were told to stop smoking and drinking. One of which you do, one of which you don't, obviously. Helen's laughing so much she farted. There we go. Was it safe though? Did it come out all right? You've been sent an appointment for physio as well, Jaguars. Third one was your favourite. It was so colourful. I really hope you're talking about the skies and not your shite sample that you sent to the doctor. Please, please, please. Let us not go down that route. What colour do you think that is? Yes, thank you, Ali Alio. Very nice. Anybody who's got good skies, whether sunrise or sunset, send them in. We'll throw them on the screen. We'll see what the rest of the world looks like. Louise should get the best ones by a distance, shouldn't she, really? Given the fact that she gets sunrise and sunset, because she can see the entire globe, I think, from the top of Mount Pendle, 38,000 feet upwards. Show the picture you sent earlier. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Remember, this is the 1980s. There's our Jackie Lewis, our Jackie Lewis. Look at the shoulder pads, man. Definitely rocking that, aren't you? Definitely rocking that. Marvellous. What's your orders? My orders are to stop it because Helen might crap herself. But at least it'll save all the messing around. I want to just bag her up and send her off. Dear doctor, you know you could ask for this at some point, yeah. Have it now. It's fresh. Fresh as a summer breeze. A latte? Do you want an extra shot in your latte? Love the shoulder pads and blue eyeliner. Oh, that blue eyeliner. All of a sudden I'm having flashbacks to blue eyeliner. There was always at least one girl in our school, no matter which year you were in. There was always one called Carly, and she always wore blue eyeliner. And she always had a mate who looked like Ivan Campo, who played for Bolton and Real Madrid. He was always moody. looking fab. You're looking fab. You were so young. We all were at some point. Shoulder pads must be due a comeback. They must be. They must be. They haven't come back, have they? They should. I mean, come on. A power suit, a proper power suit with a massive big fuck off shoulders on them. So you look like Kenny Everett, the general, whatever his name is. Get him in a field and bomb the bastard. It's him. General Chaos, whatever his name is. All the women trying to out Thatcher. It's fantastic. What a time to be alive. You haven't aged a day. Well said, Steve, you creeping bastard. Never changed a bit. Angie, would you like a drink? Would you like a drink? Would you like one? Louise, electric blue mascara. A pint? You want a pint? Do you want to flirt with that, love? Just been talking about you. The fact that you get sunrise and sunset on top of Mount Pendle. You can get all of it. You also get the northern lights, the southern lights, and everything in between. It's amazing. If anyone's involved in aurora chasing, you can see the aurora tonight. Hopefully, it was a red alert earlier. I'm going to check again now. Actually, don't leave the stream, obviously, or if you do, just leave it running in the background. No, it's not now. It's back down to green. It was red earlier. Keep an eye on the skies tonight, just in case. Mandy, you had shimmery electric blue eyeliner. This is sounding fantastic. I like all this stuff. Talk of the devil and she appears. They were the best days, they were. Living on the edge, the precipice, living on the edge, the precipice, surrounded by yak shite, Sherpas going mad, complaining about not being paid enough. And there's Louise, perched on top, in her gaff, cat at the heels, staring out across all the lands of Lancashire, or Choffet Ball, and can you see that far down? Sure, blue mascara is the new big thing. It's going to have to take off. I told you tonight, coming back from Aintree Hospital, there was a girl wearing leg warmers. So the 80s must be due a proper full-on revival. I wouldn't mind. Blue mascara, shoulder pads, leg warmers. The Holy Trinity, man. We can have that. Make it happen. You're in a position to make it happen, you ladies. Well, I'm not. Us men aren't. Can't even get Thermos to sponsor the channel. Bastards. I'd love to go back. You loved your life in the 80s. It was rather nice, wasn't it? The 80s. The music was fantastic. Everything felt a bit more free. Portable TVs that are smaller than an iPad, which was state of the art. It's fantastic, isn't it? Casper, a beer, of course. Bring back the cod piece. We had the cod wars with Iceland. We don't need cod pieces bringing back. Although if you sort of team it with a ruff, but don't go full Victorian or whatever it is, Elizabethan, a ruff, a cod piece, and a shell suit, that'd work, I reckon. Getting Channel 4 was a big thing. It was, because before that there was only three channels. You watched what was on. You didn't sit there with your phone going, bollocks, what can we stream tonight? Or with Sky with 800 channels of shite. So you hated the 80s, you're more 90s. It's good to have lived through both, to be honest with you. The music of the 80s and 90s was so much better than what's come since. 2000s wasn't too bad, but it's been a bit shit, hasn't it, really? You've seen an influencer advertising blue mascara like it was a new invention. To influencers it is. For them, everything's brand new, isn't it? Oh my God, I heard about this new band that sound really good, man. They're called the Beatles or something. They're absolutely fantastic. They're the next big thing. Knobhead. Stop pretending to be in Dubai. Sat in your Mars gaff in Stoke with a fucking poster behind you. Bellends. You really needed a long neck in the 80s, shoulder pads in your top, and then you put the jacket on too. You look like Herman Munster. Not a chance. You ladies rocked that look back then. Looking back, it did take a lot to actually carry it off, but you did, so fair play to you. Herman Munster. That's what I look like when I get up too early of a morning, like this morning. Should do a short of me with the thermos and tag them in. All right, note this down. 20 minutes past 9. How far in are we on the stream? Should tell you, shouldn't it? 1 hour, 20 minutes and 23 seconds. Thermos. Earl Grey. Because I'm worth it. Right, here we go. There's the advert. Oh, thingy out of Talking Heads. Oh yeah, David Byrne. David Byrne from Talking Heads with a massive suit. Was that burning down the house, that one? Was it? I don't know, was it? A wind pumper. Ein Horsey wind pumper for our Steve-O. God, boys. You twitch it every now. You twitch now every time you hear the word influencers. I despise it. I used to go mad at Jess for saying that she wanted to be a YouTuber. I understand now that a YouTuber is an actual job, because when you see what people have to do to put videos together, it is a job. You are creating content. However, an influencer, pretending to be on a plane, you can actually hire places, you know. Do you know that? Little fuselage in a hangar somewhere. You just bounce in there, look like you're on a private jet, and then stick it on Insta or something. Absolute knobs. Why would anyone want to go to Dubai? Looks a shit all over the place. Dealy Boppers are due a comeback as well. And clackers. Remember clackers? If you could do that and shake your Dealy Boppers at the same time, the world was your oyster. I got it, Mandy. I recognised it. You will invest if they bring it back, Casper. The time of the cod pieces now. There you go. Mutton and lamb comes to mind. Could you see you in them now? Of course you could rock that. Don't be daft. All our lovely ladies will be able to rock all of that. Don't be at it. Who could not actually zoom out with blue mascara and shoulder pads and not look fantastic? Apart from me, obviously. Although I've got the eyelashes for it. I have definitely got the eyelashes for it. All the women in our work wanted to give me mascara. I'd look like a camel if they did. Right, you remember trying to hide face shine with translucent powder? Now it's all about looking dewy or greasy. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it, the way that's moved? You've got to look like there's a sheen on you, like you've been sweating. Yeah. It's mad how things change. So the Ruth sign is quite questionable. This one, Ruther, isn't it? Ruther. They haven't got in contact with me either. Neither have Shaw. Are you certain? Yeah, I'm sure. You are doing okay. I'm just doing some housework and laundry in the background. So you could be better, of course. You could have an oiled, semi-naked Puerto Rican boy named Jefe doing all the work for you. Would that we would live in a world, a society like that? Although that'd be slavery, wouldn't it? No, don't do that. It has got to be done. No one else is going to do it for you, are they? And you'll take a glass of Moscato. What am I talking about? Moscato. Claro, eh? Get it done, get it poured. Oh, man. I do normally come home from dropping Jess off of a morning and have a little nap on the sofa, but I don't normally fall asleep that quick. Coming home today from Liverpool, genuinely just sat on the sofa and went out. How crazy is that? How fatiguing is just driving somewhere? He did. Kevin Moscato played for Wolves. That's a blast from the past, Steve, that one. Kevin Muscat. I know Andy Much used to play for Wolves, didn't he? I used to see him regularly. He's a taxi driver in Southport. So I was getting a late train home after being on the ale after work in Liverpool. I'd get off at Southport station and his taxi was normally there waiting for us. Used to have nice chats about football with him because he knew me dad. Asking him about playing alongside Steve Bull, all the stories from back then. You'll take one of him too. Of course you will. Jefe. Hey, Jefe. Steve Bull, he did indeed, Louise, he did. He also played for West Brom to begin with. One of not too many, I would have thought, that made a switch from one to the other. West Brom got rid of him because he wasn't scoring goals. Then all of a sudden he started scoring constantly for Wolves. That must be horrible, losing one of your players to your neighbours and then suddenly turning out to be an absolute worldie. Mad. Lulu Bellatini knows a footballer. Knows me. I'm a star. Marco Fat Bastard here. Fat Letizia. You know, it could have been me. I could have been a contender. Should also know me dad with his fantastic hair. And if you don't know what I mean, this is what I mean. There he is. Isn't that a magnificent Barnet? What the state of it? Or even that one. Could have been me. That could have been me. My hair grows a bit like that as well. Doesn't grow long. Doesn't grow wavy. Doesn't grow anything like that. Just like a burst mattress. Horrific. Cheeky fecker. Of course he is, our Steve Cheeky. We know that. Oh, speaking of football, oh my word. I was watching something the other day. I can't think what it was, whether it was YouTube or Instagram or something. One of those things. Oh, it might have been TikTok when a reel or a TikTok popped up. And it was Sean Dyche. I thought I got rid of him forever. You know, there he was with his gruff I've just swallowed 27 rusty ball bearings voice on him. Alright, John. Fuck off, dickhead. Get up my sight. Gone straight away. Pissed me right off. You've got a talking head's earworm now. It could be a lot worse than that though, couldn't it? Watching the days go by. What a tune. I have now as well. Dice out, dice out, dice, dice baby. Ding, 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 ding. Tomash over on Twitch with the 6,000 people over there. There's not 6,000 people on Twitch. How are ya? I saw the stadium today for the first time since it was fully finished. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. Well, it wasn't just wow. I could say a lot more than that, including that is a marvellous looking stadium. That is going to be something special, I think, next season. If they can sort out the parking, obviously. What's going on with the parking, lad? Get your dice out. Come on, get your dice out. How's things over on the oblong of dreams? You're still living on the edge, but apparently there's something wrong with the world today. Why? What's up, Louise? What's up? What's up? Apart from also, this is focus hunting, I know that. There's no jukebox. I know that. It's been acting the maggot. We'll try again. No. It's not having it. It's not having it. Oh, and I need to ask a question as well. After slagging off bread, I've been watching loads of it. It's still shit. But it's lovely seeing Liverpool as it was back in the 1980s. If the Boswells were such a hugely committed Catholic family, why have they got a son called Billy? Can anybody answer that? Billy. Greetings. Fucking hate it. Why? Not even Liam. If his name was William, call him Liam. Billy. Why? Or is it explained at some point and I missed it? Bollocks to it. Give it a chance. All we are saying is give the Dukey a chance. Are you all working and lurking but not shaking? All well over there? All well? Is it definitely all well over there? How's Mrs. Tom? Can you hear me, Mrs. Tom? How's Domingos Duarte? Is he living life as if it's the last? I don't know what's it called. I don't know. Need to get Mandy in to sort me out. Hey, well, hang on. I need to do what, Jackie Lewis? Get the jukebox going. Turn it on, turn it off, turn it on again. Isn't that Genesis? Turn it on, turn it on, turn it off again. No Phil Collins, please, not tonight. She's on the edge of glory. She's the edge, the edge, the edge. She's the edge. She's on the edge of glory. Is that by Jovi? John by Jovi. How tickled he is. Or is Living on the Edge, was that Aerosmith? Was that them as well? There must be loads of that. Loads of songs called Living on the Edge. They turn it off and on again. I can do, but not if there's anything going to be shown on the screen. Because I would have to reconnect my phone to the software that shows my phone on the screen, unfortunately. I should have checked beforehand. I should have rebooted. I should have made you leave the key. If I'd have known just for 1 second you were not going to be on my screen. Go on now, go. Yeah. If that doesn't work, give it a hard kick. Oh, man, evil. If it doesn't work, volley it. Disgraceful behaviour. Horace has been volleying it all over the place. Have you not seen? He's been kicking it out. It just still hasn't worked. It tends to do this occasionally. If it's not in the right mood. technical, innit? Do I think the focus thinks the red light is an eye? It's an evil one if it is. Should we try and get rid of it and see if that works? Focus in. Also, I've got a different lamp behind there rather than the lights that I need to have to charge up. And I can control it from here, of course, which is marvellous. So we can have a bit of change of scenery if we so wish. How good's that? How good's that? I like the blue one. Purple. That looks a little bit too Amsterdam brothel, that though, doesn't it? Bit more orange, there you go, that'll do. Make it look like possibly, I don't know, a fire in the background. We'll see. If this keeps me in focus, then the red light has to go. Does it count as a dad joke?
Very poor. Very poor indeed.
Very poor indeed. It probably did, didn't it? Ali's been a wild rover for many a year. We know. We've heard about it. We've heard about it. You spent all your money on whiskey and beats. Yes. Angie thinks we need you to sing as you can do it nicely. Sing along, Angie, sing along. It's well dark in the koekboegnoeg it is. It's supposed to take the edge off things slightly, that. Just to be a little bit, see me out, I'm stay in front. To make it look a bit more atmospheric and low key rather than big, brash, bright like it has been in the past. Which is a little bit just, you know, over the top slightly. Is it snowing over there? It is not. It has been in places today though. I think Birmingham got some, Cheltenham got some. Other places in the UK got some. Fna. We didn't. It was nice today. It started to go a little bit chilly. But it was quite nice until I got home in the rain, obviously. But it is spring after all, isn't it? You know, it's not like we're not in the summer yet. It'll be nice though. This year's going to be nice. Mark my words, as Jed is my witless. This year's going to be nice. It's annoying me, this. My throat's not sore. No snow there. The snow on the mountains are amazing. Like I say, Henry Thomas, going up Lord's Rake on Scarfell, there was snow there, and it looked, just everywhere looked, as he got halfway up and started panning round, you could look back and see some of the lakes, some of the other mountains in the Lake District that were a little bit lower, but there was a couple next to it which were actually high up as well. They were covered in snow. It could have been in the Himalayas if we didn't look back and see, I don't know. It wasn't Ullswater, it was somewhere else, but yeah. Is it snowing at yours, Jackie? Is it snowing at yours? Did over in Denmark today. 2 lots of hail and bright sunshine. You got a rainbow too. Oh, lucky you, Louise, lucky you. Very nice. 2 lots of hail. Oh, man. Were you out in it though? That's the thing, isn't it? I always used to hate getting caught in hail when it was that kind of stuff that pinged off your ear while you were cold. Horrific. It was beautiful here, but the wind would cut you from the inside out. That's proper. That's North Wales, North Ireland kind of weather, that, isn't it? A lazy wind goes through you rather than round you. Louise showing off with her rainbow. Terrible behaviour. What is it with strawberries? You eat one lovely, the next one makes your toes curl. I will tell you exactly what's up with them. That's the replicator, the red dwarf replicator. One tastes like the best strawberry you've ever had. One is full of maggots. If you don't know what I mean, go and watch Red Dwarf. I am convinced that's what it is. It was done as a joke, it was done as a comedy show, but I'm convinced that's where it comes from. Yeah, who needs the jukebox? We've got Alioki. Didn't he used to play for Leeds? Dip him in sugar. Or, alternatively, black pepper. Black pepper on strawberries is lovely. Really brings out the colour and the flavour. Be careful though with the sugar. Don't dip them in the sugar bowl if you've been told not to, because there's always a giveaway. Lots of clotted bits of pink sugar in there. Have you been? No, I haven't, honest. Putting sugar all around your mouth. I haven't done it. Why is the sugar bowl pink? Well, I've got a clue. Is it light? You were inside, luckily. Good. Horrible, isn't it? Hailstones being outside in there. We're lucky here as well that we don't really get those mad ones that the Americans do. No, the autograph hunters, fuck's sake. Hurricane chasers. Autograph hunters. I don't know what goes on in my head sometimes. Hurricane hunters when they're bouncing around Tornado Alley or whatever it's called, Hurricane Alley. And then hailstones the size of baseballs. What the fuck? Imagine them coming towards you, banging off your noggin. Strawberries are meant to be eaten in the summer. They are, and at Wimbledon, where you pay about 900 quid for 6 of them. Chocolate, balsamic vinegar works well with them as well. M&S was selling them in Lidl. I've got peaches. Now I've got earworm of the Stranglers. Do 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 do. Walking on the beaches, looking at the peaches. Vinegar. It's not vinegar. It's balsamic. It's different. It's not natural to be eating strawberries now. That's the world we live in now, isn't it? Or it used to be anyway before Brexit, where you could get strawberries all year round. Mainly from Spain and the Netherlands. In the town where I was born lived a man who sailed the sea. Yeah, we know, Ringo. You live in a seaside town, you fucking idiot. Everyone went to sea. It's funny that, you know. You just got on a boat, and next thing you know, toot toot, said Percy. It wasn't a red light. I know. I've had a problem with it the other day. I was messing around because I needed to change something on it. And I've fooked it up. I will need to fix it. I will fix it. Just call me Bob the Builder. Don't they come from mainland Europe? They do, but also Europe is not the UK. To bring things in nowadays, you have to have lots and lots and lots of red tapey paperwork. I know, that's what I deal with. So it's an absolute ball ache. Your fresh strawberries that used to arrive 20 minutes after they were caught are no longer 20 minutes old. They're now about 3 or 4 days at the earliest. It's horrific. That's what happened to all our food, and Piggly Ding next, and also the car industry, which is running a just-in-time method of production. Can't do it now. Can't do it. Can't rely on trucks coming through with parts as and when you exactly need them, because they might be there for months waiting for clearance. It's all cray-cray, and not in a good way. Have you seen the Tesla stock as well? Dangerous, that, man. Dangerous. Very dangerous. Because elongated muskrat has leveraged his Tesla stock for absolutely everything he's ever bought in his life. And it's so hugely overvalued that at some point a crash is going to happen, or someone will say, hang on, that stock should be about 25p each rather than $4.90. And he will no longer be the richest man in the world. Well, he might still be, because he's hoovering up US tax dollars at the moment, isn't he? As if it's his own cash machine. You button botherers, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. There you go, yeah, absolutely. Do we have wild strawberries? We do, we have wild strawberries. British strawberries are amongst some of the best on the planet as well. The unfortunate problem, of course, is summer, I think, is on a Wednesday this year. So you've got to be really quick to get them. They have the red tape system down to a T. They do. And the reason why it's so bad is because that's how we negotiated it while we were in Europe. We deliberately made things difficult for third nations to protect our own fishermen. Then we decided to leave, and then we've made it so difficult for our own, well, our own fishermen don't exist anymore. But our own producers can't do anything. Our own importers can't do anything because we've made it so difficult. We are a third country, a third nation. Bad, innit? How old are the apples? You were shocked when you found out. I don't know, to be honest with you. It's I need to look into that. I know all the bananas that we get in the UK come through Northern Ireland. I do know that, and they have to be weighed twice. Weighed on the outward journey, and then weighed when they arrive, because they change weight in transit. Do bananas? True story. There's a farm next to the sugar beet factory that grows tomatoes and peppers all year round by pumping the hot water from the factory in huge pipes around the greenhouse. That's brilliant. How green is that? That's fantastic. They should do that. We need more of that. There's a tomato place down the road from us that uses ultraviolet light. So if you go past there of a morning when it's dark during the winter, it's just lit up. The sky is purple. It's weird. Most of the stuff here is just as needed. Crap. Tell us about my life in the Netherlands, Cecilia. It was lovely. 3 fantastic years. Learn the language, which I was delighted with. I'm just so gutted I lost it. And going to a Dutch school rather than to an international school made me a much more rounded person, I believe. Much more rounded. Loved it. I'd go back tomorrow. I mean, I'd come back in, like, but you know, I would go back tomorrow. He's too much money, needs to share the wealth. He did lose 29 billion the other day. I think the billionaires that were on stage with Donald lost 200 billion between them. I genuinely do reckon this is being done on purpose as well, by the way. Trump comes out and says he's going to put tariffs on a country so the Nasdaq stock market dips or crashes. They then go and buy up all the stock that people are selling. He then says, all right, we'll knock it back by a month, or we're not going to do it now. The stock market rebounds, they sell, they make money. Rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. It's like a pump and dump in reverse. Fuckers. Man, you left your tomato plants in your conservatory, they've still got tomatoes on. Do the tomatoes shout, feed me Seymour, very loudly at you? You don't understand. I don't understand that. Don't understand what? I've forgotten. Barnsey, how you doing, bud? Yeah, Tesla stock is now down by over 100 billion. The fact that the man is the richest, still the richest, says it all. Because he's not really rich. He's not money rich, he's paper rich. And now he's getting US taxpayers' dollars coming in. Just because he's in there now, just in there moving things around. I'll take that. It's ridiculous. Shouldn't have got to that point. And it doesn't matter who you voted for over there. You never voted for Musk. Weird little fucker. Look at him, Bezos, Zuckerberg. Not one of them is remotely normal. None of them have got any mates. If they grew up in Liverpool, they'd have been punched all over the place and told to behave. I'm going to jump on a stage with a chainsaw. Stop being a dickhead, will you? Grow up. There's a fellow up the road there, lifted for growing his own herbs and stealing lucky. What kind of herbs was he growing? Was it the electric lettuce, was it? They're not herbs, by the way. He's grown a crop, hasn't he? Stealing Lecky to grow his own crop. That'd be insider trading, it is. Plenty of that's happened. The UK used to be some of the worst for it, the insider trading. And no one ever gets done for it these days. That's how easy it is to manipulate the markets. He's done it all the last sort of 5 or 6 years as well, Musk. Whether it was Dogecoin, whether it was Ripple, whichever crypto coin it was, he's gone out on Twitter or something and said, I am going to start using that particular crypto coin for all my business dealings. Tesla are going to deal in that coin. Straight away, everyone goes out and buys it. It hugely inflates the value. He sells all his stock, goes and buys the next cheap one. Actually, I'm going to use that one instead. That goes through the roof. It's a pump and dump. Shouldn't be allowed. But when you're a rich man, you can buy people in the Senate, can't you? In the Congress and in the Supreme Court. So, money talks, bullshit walks. Definitely not parsley. Definitely not parsley. Jamaican, Moroccan, all that kind of stuff. Yes, insider trading is illegal. The only problem with that is you would need to have people in charge that are willing to actually go and put these people behind bars. Fox hunting is illegal. Still happens all the time. Nobody gives a shit, apart from the Sabs. The Sabs are the ones getting battered by these hoity-toity fuckers on horses. Nothing, that should be illegal as well, but nothing gets done because for that to work, you have to have a functioning society, and neither of us do at the moment, UK or US. It's the money that talks all the time. Bastards. Same as paying your tax. You can't decide not to pay your tax. It gets taken out at source. Or if you are self-employed, you put your books in, and then we turn around to you and go, oi, this doesn't look right. Can we check what you're doing, please? Can you send in all your paperwork? You can't just say, right, well, my money's in the British Virgin Islands. Good luck. Wouldn't get away with it. But they do. They're different. They're part of the establishment, the elite. I bastardi, eh? Depends on doing it. Exactly. Cheaper viewers over on Twitch on streamboo.com. Remove the space. Thank you, Go DD Dude. Go D Dude. 12,300. If that is your real name. It all depends on who you know. Politics. I mean, if you ever look at politics in this country as well, think about people like John Profumo, who had to resign in scandal because he was shagging a call girl. Boris Johnson doesn't know how many kids he's got. The days of being ashamed of stuff like that are just way behind us now. Nothing matters. VIP lanes, getting your mates to get hundreds of millions. Brass neck, not a problem at all. Fucking mad, innit? As I say, we couldn't do it. Companies that were set up 2 or 3 days ago with no one working for them with $100 or £100 capital in the bank were getting £100 million tens awarded to them. How can you get contracts that big when you've got no workforce? I think I know how that works. Hi, Uncle, insert name. I've set it up. Can you sort the money out? That's how it works. We need a revolution. Viva la revolution. Pulling the UK apart, the government is so corrupt. They are. It's so annoying that we haven't got a Labour government. Because possibly at that point, they might have come in and said, you know what, we're not having this anymore, that's wrong. You can't buy favour. But you can buy favour, no matter which side of the political system you're on. It's wrong. Why should they be allowed to do stuff like that? Because they've got money. Lobbying should be illegal. Money goes to money, it does. If you've got money, you can make money. Easy. That Gary Stevenson, you were talking about him the other day, weren't you, Jackie? The young lad. retired at the age of 27, knows economics inside out, just going on about it. The rich are going to implode at some point. They will completely ruin the country or the countries, or we will turn it round on its head, like they did in France. Because in France, when you had the nobility and they had too much money, they were told to give it back or risk losing their heads. The ones who gave it back were allowed to live. More money went back into the system. The ones who didn't would struggle to wear a hat, put it that way. He knows, but if he says he knows, you'd have to pay for him. Show that. Did they vote in a two-tier justice system yesterday too? No. The justice system is all right. The justice system that we've got has to also have a little caveat to it where you can't just start going round arresting people because of the colour of the skin or the religion and things like that. We do have a two-tier system in as much as black people are 90% more likely to be arrested for doing something that white people get away with. So there is that two-tier thing, but it doesn't quite fit in with the Daily Mail, UKIP reform, Tommy Robinson and all them lot. Doesn't fit in with their arguments, but yeah. The two-tier thing. I loved it as well when we had the Southport thing kicking off and all the riots. These people just turned up and they're in jail. What about all these other people? Well, if you turn up and say, yes, I am guilty, they will put you in jail straight away. If you wanted to go to trial, they have to get all the evidence together, so it takes longer. Having to try and explain that to people. Just banging me head against a brick wall for fucking months last year. Free Tommy Robinson. He walked into a court. First of all, you've got to GoFundMe. I'm going to fight this all the way to the Supreme Court. Give me as much money as you can. So everyone threw into the GoFundMe. And he walked into the court on the first day. He said, how'd you plead? Guilty. Okay, over and done with. You owe us 50 grand for it. The rest of the money that you had in your GoFundMe, where does that go? You never gave it back. Free Tommy, he's pleaded guilty to 10, count them, 10 counts of contempt of court. How can you free someone who's pleaded guilty? These people are living in a different world altogether. Ban lobbying. That's just as ridiculous. Bring back Arthur's Round Table. Especially if you bring back the songs. Knights of the Round Table. On every level in Oldham, you know. A lot of that stuff as well could have been sorted out years before. But it wasn't. Same as the likes of Cyril Smith's could have been sorted out. So could the likes of Jimmy Savile. People were protected in the past. But of course that's alright because they were white. Once it starts being people of a different colour, that's when you start using that as political football to get people on the right to start kicking off and doing your work for you. The likes of Farage love it. They're all Russian paid assets as well, it's ridiculous. Cause as much trouble as possible. That's why we keep getting boats, Russian boats appearing in the North Sea, which means we have to send boats out. Russian planes appearing around Europe, so we have to send planes out to intercept them. Costs money, causes all kinds of trouble. That's the only thing the Russians can do. Pay for fuckwits. And they've got them. Tea would be nice. Been ages since you had a nice cup of tea. Nice cup of tea. Yeah, it's everywhere. Northern Ireland politicians caught all sorts too. Free holidays. What's the phrase? Money corrupts. Power corrupts. Total power corrupts totally. Money corrupts as well, but yeah. Power corrupts. Total power corrupts totally. Which it does. If you're in a position... That's why communism could never work, because in theory it's perfect. But it can't work because man's inherent greed. Animal Farm got it right. You get to that point where all animals are equal, but some are more equal than others, because men just think like that. Or people think like that, don't they? Yeah, you need to stop the shit about the colour of skin, native tongue, treat people with respect. You should do. If everyone done that, there'd be less issues. If there is someone who's causing problems, if you've got a cell of fundamentalist anyone's in your society, go and sort that out. Why is it growing in your community? Let the community sort it out or tell you it's going on. You know what I mean? Should be able to do that. We are just people, just bags of bones and blood. The colour of the skin might be different, but the same thing underneath. Ridiculous, man. I used to love her once, a long, long time ago, yeah. Farage voted no to more workers' rights because he's not interested in workers' rights. Little public school boy, ex-banker, he's not interested. If you get rid of workers' rights, that means you can then start getting people in on poverty wages. You can make the money and you can get a precariat of people who are living about 3 meals away from complete destitution. It's what they want. It's exactly what he wants. He also wants an insurance system instead of the NHS because he wants to make money out of that as well. Fuckers, they all are. They might be able to afford to go private, we can't. Plus, if you have a heart attack in a private hospital, they ring an ambulance for you anyway and take you to your local NHS hospital. So, do these fuckers not understand this? He's a prick. Just listen to what his former schoolmate said about him. Walking up to Jewish pupils and going, talking about gas chambers in their ears. Singing Hitler Youth songs. Detestable little shit. I hate all them lot. When Tommy and his mates turned up in Liverpool, they got locked in the lost luggage at Lime Street and wouldn't come out because they were scared. Because about 100,000 Scousers turned up, were going to smash them everywhere. He also turned up somewhere else, didn't he? Bootle, I think it was. And the mums got rid of him. All the hard Bootle mums saw him out of town as well. Bell ends, man. Used to love about the Saw Doctors, yes. If you went to any kind of Irish pub in the 90s, and I think we all would have done, that would have been on every third song. Pogues, Saw Doctors, and then some other shite. Check out Liam Tuff's interview with Raja Miah. Find it eye-opening. I'll check that out, man. Just annoys me, some of the stuff that's out there. Things that should have been sorted out hasn't been sorted out because people are being protected or it's now being utilised against people. Again, police resources are so low because 21,000 coppers were taken off the system. That's why things went shit. And then all the community service support officers were taken out. We could have saw these things from scratch. So now we're left with a very, very small, finite amount of people we can use. So what do? Should we try and attack and pinpoint the most dangerous people in the UK? Is they the people that we should be targeting? The ones who do the most damage? Because if we do, if it's about offences against women and children, 98% of offences against women and children are perpetrated by white British males. So we, people that look like me, are the most dangerous people in the UK. But according to them lot out there, Farage and Robinson and all them lot, it's not us, it's the 2% that we need to be looking at. How about messing with kids is wrong no matter what colour your skin or their skin is? How about that? How about just protecting kids? I think that'd be a better thing to do, wouldn't it? Possibly, I don't know. Don't give a damn about the working class, because they're not. Farage is not working class. Farage was trying to get a German passport. Tommy Robinson's got an Irish passport. They don't give a shit about us. They're all about the money. They need us, but they need us to be uneducated and definitely not thinkers, which is why, again, daytime TV is rubbish. Deliberately to make your brain go to mush. Try and have a conversation with someone about what's happening to us in this country. And then you see their eyes go blank. And then you say to them, have you watched Married at First Sight this week? Oh, yeah. Right, that's what we're up against. Yeah, he does. Tommy Robinson wants to be someone that hasn't the intelligence. This is his way. He also he's got his houses in his wife's name, so if he gets taken to court and loses, he doesn't lose the house. And if you see him, some of his videos that he's made, he appears to have a really bad cold, funded by the people that he gets on his GoFundMe. Terrible cold. Terrible, terrible cold. Yeah, every time I wave a pen, you keep waiting for a different pen. Has anyone else noticed that? That I occasionally, on purpose, will wave one pen and pick another one up, just to see if anyone's actually watching. No one has, have you? No one has. No one has. Facts, I be spitting truths, y'all. It's not even that I wish more people were more interested or more educated. I just wish they weren't taken in as easily. Again, that's part of Facebook, getting rid of moderators who were getting fact-checking. Why did he want to do that? Why did he want to get rid of fact-checkers? Because if you fact-check, you'll prove how wrong people are. And they don't want that. A lie is already halfway around the world before the truth has its trousers on, as the phrase goes. So you can do all the damage in the world that you want before someone comes out and goes, oh, excuse me, I think you'll find that's wrong. No one's going to watch that. They'll watch that first thing though. Yeah, they're being found out a bit more. They should do as well. People need to, again, this has been said loads of times, the people that are putting you at risk do not arrive by dinghy. They arrive by private jet. The sooner people realise that, the better. It's not someone who's coming over to do a job for £2 an hour that's causing you your trouble. The person who's putting the jobs out there at £2 an hour, they're the ones with the issue. The people that are bringing them over on boats are the issue. The people that are not allowing asylum seekers to come here and actually be processed, or having people processing, are the problem. We could do all that. And then if you are sound to come here and work and contribute to society, sound, come in. If not, piss off. We've got your fingerprints, we've got your eyeball scan. If you try and come back again, we'll put you in jail for it. End of story. There you go, sorted. Dead easy. Dead easy. Don't want to do it though, because it doesn't fit the narrative. You don't watch me much. You're watching chat. I wouldn't watch me either. Not with a face like a leopard's scrotum. You hate politics even though you studied at university. If you studied at university, I'm not surprised you hate politics. It's a load of bollocks in it. Unless the drink comes on, Jackie, of course. Speak to your agent, Jeff. What are you on about? What are you on about, Jeff? You ought to do politics UK and Europe as part of your law degree, because you need to know where it all comes from, I suppose. You had to backspace and add a comma, obviously. Yes, because otherwise, well, it depends on what kind of drink it is, isn't it? Sorry. Unless a drink comes on, Jackie. What? Snowball? Is that a snowball? You failed economics first time. It's not an easy subject, is it, economics? Although it is as well. Again, like Gary Stevenson, just watch his videos if you want to see how economics works. Trickle-down economics doesn't work. Thatcher and Reagan sold us out. It was supposed to all come from there and trickle down. It didn't. It flooded that way, which is why we have so many billionaires. It doesn't work. Everyone's selling off the houses, the social housing that they were allowed to buy to then sell off, as now means we've got no social housing. Look at it as well. I mean, look at after the war. Think back the way it was as well back then. Women were not allowed to work. That was not the done thing. Woman stayed at home in her pinny, bringing up the kids and cleaning and cooking and things like that. The men used to go to work for a pittance. They worked for a pittance down the pit. And yet they were all able to come out and buy a house. One one income, mortgage, house, sorted. Now, you can have a couple left university with about 80 grand's worth of debt on decent medium wage, you say 30 grand each a year. They still can't afford to buy a house. Because it's all owned by a strata of society. We haven't got it anymore. And if you think you own your house, one generation, maybe 2 generations down, that house will be taken off them. Your family will not own it anymore. That's what's being done. That's the whole plan. You will not own anything. You will just do your duty, go to work, be given enough to survive, to get back to work the following day, and nothing more than that. That's where we're heading. Is that what you want? Yes, we'll let them. You've been skint too. Oh, I loved being skint. It was great. Dole, going out on the ale every single night of the week. I will never ever understand the economics of being on the dole because I was out constantly. Then I got a job and I was earning decent money and I could never go out anymore. I was always skint. It was mad. Like Gary Stevenson, but he's new to you. He's really good as well. If you see some of the things where he went on at Davos with the billionaires on stage and was just ripping them apart. When they've got no answers at all, you know the fella's talking truth. The world's gone mad. Know what I mean? You too. More mouth than money. Far more mouth than money. If you had £1 million in the bank at the moment, Jackie Lewis, you'd still have more mouth than money, wouldn't you? And if you had £2.50, you'd still have more money than fucking sense. Harsh but fair. Yeah, it's horrible. Young people nowadays, it's too expensive to buy homes. It's not just that. It's the generation. It's not even my generation, but we did cause a lot of it because we were in charge of the government at the time. But my generation and my mum and dad's generation have been complete and utter bastards. They left post-war. There was permanent employment. You could get sacked from one place, walk over the road and get a job in another place in a completely different type of work over there. Just carry on working. Permanent employment, free education, free healthcare. Go to university. If something happened to you, you went straight to hospital, you were sorted out. You could buy a house. You could do all kinds of stuff. Then we decided that these 2 generations, do you know what, that's not good enough. What we're going to do is, to look after our kids and our grandchildren, we're going to make them leave university £40,000 in debt. We're going to make sure they can't afford a house. We're going to make sure that if they get ill, they can't afford to get any healthcare. We're going to make it difficult for them to go anywhere else in the world. We're going to do that. And we're going to bring pints back, despite the fact that they've all been taught in litres and centimetres and kilometres. We'll do that for them because then they'll respect us. We have failed our children. We have failed. You started doing a business degree. They were teaching how to fail, you think, so you dropped out. Is this deliberately being taught how to fail? Is your tablet sorted? Not sorted. We need to sort this. If there's any tablet makers watching who want to sponsor the stream, just get on board. Samsung. I've got 900 of your phones for a start. Give us some free tablets to give out, man. Don't be our ass. I'll be your best mate. Come on, Sammo Hung. Lou, skip to my Lou. Skip to my Lou, my darling. Just been back in bed now. Oh, sorry. I'm getting there.
Very poor indeed.
Do you feel better now, Louise? Do you feel better now it's out? Now it's out. Feel better now it's out. £1,000 for a cowbell. How many duvets have you got on? We need to know this. Are you still on a 10.5 tog? Or have you gone down a tog now? We're down on 4s or 7s or something. What's the lightest tog quilt you've got? I've got a 4. This room is so cold, even during the summer, that I've not used it yet. Not since I was upstairs. Young ones will never know how to be truly successful. They won't. Well, actually, no. They might do. And the only way they will do it is by doing something like YouTube, is by creating, and then turning the economy slightly on its head, whether it's influencing or, say, being a YouTuber or a TikTokist, because you can earn money from the rich people. Then you can start taking it back off the companies bit by bit. Not enough to make them poor, obviously, but that's the only way. Apart from that, you're knackered. Lovely Lulu. Lovely Lulu. Yeah, they were teaching that 5-year plan was the longest optimum target. Is it 5? I thought it was 3. Beyond that, you're knackered. 3, 5, and then is it 12 or something mad? There's cycles, isn't there? There's a plan, there's a something, and there's a cycle. We need more cowbell. We do. 4.5 tog. That's a good summer tog, good summer quilt, that. I do quite like being under a 4.5 tog quilt during the summer. It's not as heavy, is it? It's quite light. Quite flirty light. Mine's in a bin bag. I used to put the light one in there for the winter. Summer comes round, summer one comes out, winter one goes in the bin bag. I just leave it in the bottom of the wardrobe. No, not since I've been in this room. Bastard freezing. You have them all. You've changed from a 15 to a 10.5. Are you going the full, every single one? Have you got it mapped out per month? Are you gambling with it to see whether or not? I mean, so if it's snowing now when it wasn't last week, was at the time 15 to 10.5. Are you a tog gambler? Is that a thing? In your 50s, you still don't know. Yeah, join the club. I'm only 4 weeks, is it? Four-ish weeks away from being 50 bloody 2. Temu keeps advertising free tablets on your Duolingo. They are a complete shower of bastards, Temu. Temu, not Timu, by the way. Temu. Yeah, they're constantly advertising on... I play a game on my phone, and every other advert is them, and it's the same pissing advert. Free tablet. No, you're all right. I don't. I have bought something from there. I think I bought the wood, sticky woods. So as soon as you're on their list, that's it. You get bombarded with emails. Don't bother, man. Some mortgages at the moment, yeah, people having to pay until they're 70. Not many people could start work 21, 22, 23, whatever it was. Have a mortgage and pay it off these days. It is. Get it as long as you can to afford it. You certainly wouldn't have people jumping in getting 25-year mortgages like they used 2 years ago either. Started a new job at 40, I'll get a mortgage because I know I'll be able to pay it off. You can't, can you? Be right back, no worries, Ali Ali-O. Do you think you'll ever know? Doubtful. Subtle birthday hint, not at all, not at all. Just feeling old, man. Feeling old. But just think about it. There was a possibility I wasn't going to see my 50th birthday. So my 52nd is a right Brucey bonus. That did worry me the other day, that watching the stroke thing I watched. 33% of stroke victims, hemorrhagic stroke victims, die. 33% are disabled for life. 33% make a recovery. I am in group 2 trying to get to group 3, but I'm certainly not in group 1. So I'll take that. It was a great day. You paid yours off. Oh, lovely stuff. Lovely, lovely, lovely stuff. Did you have a party? Did you celebrate? You should have done. I'm never going to own a house. We rent ours. We could have owned a bajillion houses by now. Just never got round to it. Isn't that stupid? My dad came home from the Netherlands with enough money in his back pocket to buy an entire street and didn't bother. I could have bought one. If I'd have started work with the civil service while we were in the pub when I was 18, I could have not only bought a house, I could have bought several houses. I could have retired by the time I was about 40. But I didn't, so I'm going to end up paying rent. Know what I mean? No biggity. Unless, of course, the 6 numbers come in. Or people get sick of watching Mr. Beast and instead would rather watch some melty-faced, middle-aged half-wit whittling on in his car. Who's that guy with the orange smock? It's a 50-year mortgage. Some people are having to get 40, 50-year mortgages. They can't afford anything else. It used to be, was it 5 times your yearly salary is what you could borrow? Then it dropped down to 3 times. So if you're on 30,000, 3 times 30,000, 190, when the average house price is something like 260 or something daft. How do you pay it? How do you pay it? You don't. That's how you do, you don't. And then if you can't afford your own house, what do? You rent. Who do you rent off? The people who own the houses. I've mentioned this before on this stream, I'm sure of it. Years ago, when I went out with a sallow youth, when all this went out about fields, if you couldn't pay your mortgage, your house got taken off you and it got auctioned off cheap. That way, the mortgage company, the banks got their money back, or some of the money back at least. Now they don't do that. Now the mortgage company takes your house off you and then it keeps it as its housing stock. Then you try and go and get a mortgage and you can't get one. A £500 a month mortgage. You can't get one because you can't afford it. We know what you can afford and you can't afford it. Despite the fact that you're paying £1,000 a month to the bank company to rent one of their houses. You can afford that, but you can't afford half of that. That's how it works. If you haven't read The Ragged Trouser Philanthropist by Robert Tressel, you should do. Especially get to the point about the money trick, where he teaches you how things are taken away from you. Does it beautifully in language that's simple and by use of an example being shown how to do it by the fellas who are in the cave, the house in Mugsborough. It's how they do it. Smart people have forever taken money off stupid people, and unfortunately, sorry, we are the stupid people because we haven't been smart enough to get onto their ladder, and they have rigged the system against us. Wankers. It's getting harder and harder to be approved as a bank loans, less and less, and the down payments get larger and larger. The banks are all in on this as well. Their money has to be made by renting houses out. Easy. You no longer get any kind of decent, unless you are an absolute millionaire, you don't get any kind of interest on stuff because they're not going to make a lot of money on you, so they don't give you a lot of money back in return. It's all bullshit. Statistics. Lies, damn lies, and statistics, as the phrase goes. When you were younger and starting out, mortgages were 25 years. That was the maximum. 25 years then became the short-term minimum, didn't it? Not too long afterwards. People trying to get the deposit together, it's impossible for them. Jackie, you're glad your mortgage is paid? Absolutely. If you can do it and pay it off and not have to be at the behest of those bastards, then all the better. Yeah. Banks don't let single people buy houses. The single income is a high risk. It's all high risk. Any mortgage is high risk because what could happen? The people that are paying the mortgage off might lose their jobs, or alternatively could even lose their life. Who pays for it then? Well, it's not really that much of a high risk because the banks just take the fucking thing back, don't they? And whatever you've already paid them. It's not high risk at all. They're just trying to keep people in their own little lane. You stay there. You stay there. Oh, you've been to Oxford and Cambridge, have you? Even though you used to be working class. Right, come on then, you can come on board. But you can't though. Miles, you can come. Bob, no, sorry. You can't. What do you call me? Adam, how you doing, bud? Remember the 80s, the houses sold off for buttons, leaving people homeless? Yeah, a lot of this is where it started. But that's what they used to do. Sell them off. Sell the houses off. And then they go back onto the market and then people will be able to afford to buy them. The social housing that got bought, the rent to buy and all that shit, or right to buy rather, people done that and then just sold it off, and the people who bought it from them was housing companies, which means that they can then just start charging whatever they want. Waiters. We need a revolution. I might start a revolution from my bed. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that when a bank gives you a mortgage, they write the money into existence. It didn't exist before, yeah. You pay interest on money and that doesn't exist, and the banks make money, which does exist, although it doesn't really exist either. It's numbers. They're all just numbers. In the same way that all this stuff about having to pay down the debt, national debt, is a load of bollocks as well. Who do we pay it to? Who do we owe it to? The Bank of England, which is the government. Hang on. Quantitative easing, all you do is you print off more money, which devalues the amount of money that you already have. So it'll be a little bit lower against the dollar and the euro. That's about it. That is it. You don't owe it to anyone. You don't have to pay the debt down at all. What you should be looking at if you're in government is trying to narrow the gap between what we spend and what we bring in. So somewhere like Norway, who've got a sovereign wealth fund because they've got gas and oil, they're fine, they can make money. The country makes money more than it would ever need to borrow. We could have had that. We could have had more, a lot more than Norway, based on what was in the North Sea oil and gas fields. But it was sold off by Thatcher to her friendages. Now they make the money, we don't. And all the new oil and gas fields they were looking at reopening in the North, or opening rather, in the North Sea. We were to sell that and make a lot of money. We won't, because it wasn't ours to begin with. We've sold it off. That'll just go into the market, the international market. It'll be sold on. We won't get it. Won't see a penny of it. It's on its arse, man. But yeah, it is. What a mortgage. We'll just write some numbers down. You pay us money. You pay us actual money. We'll put it in our bank, and then we'll say that you paid some off something that doesn't actually exist. The money trick. It's to keep we all need to keep a section of society below us to make it work. Well, at least that's what they think. It just happens to be us that are the ones that these fuckers above us are pushing down on. The wankers in the Lyle and Scott jumpers and driving Volvos, you know what I mean. You're getting through it, best you can hope for, aren't they? No one actually understands what money is. You don't get taught it, you don't. That's why they want to get rid of cash, never stop using cash. Yep, a cashless society will make it easier for people to trace you, but it's just numbers at that point. If you've got a wad of money, a wad of cash in your hand or coins, you know what that is. You know how much is there. If it's just tap, 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 you've got no idea. You're not a person, you're a citizen, you're a number, a consumer. Yeah, they want you to have stocks and shares, even though you have nothing to put in. Again, Gary Stevenson was talking about something similar. It's ridiculous. At some point, it all falls apart. Because there's only so much. Again, he was talking about growth. There's only so much growth you can have. Beyond that, it doesn't grow anymore. It stops. And when you've got the highest, the billionaires who are taking 5% of everything, and you're only growing at 1%, it just starts eating away at you. So your entire society, your entire country gets taken, subsumed by the billionaires. The big fish eat the little fish. Do we want that? Is that what you want? Because that's what'll happen. Working class has 3 tiers of its own. Absolutely 100%. Us, them and the others. Should use the grumpy man pick as a warning sign. It's fucking there. It's there. It's there. It's always there. Wading in again. Sorry, we've been getting very political tonight. Oh, sorry, I've been getting very political tonight. Because they're a shower of bastards. All of them. That's all they are. When I am the intergalactic emperor of the universe, things will change round here. The buses will run on time for a start. Buzz. Yellow buzz. I've got to have my soapbox, haven't I? Otherwise, I won't get out my system. Ali's back. Back again. Contrary to popular belief, but your parents were middle class. Does that make you middle class? Who knows? Who cares? I don't know. It depends on what you mean by middle class as well. Is it by money? Is that how people class it? Is it by attitude? Is it by where you shop? I don't know. Because I know quite a few middle class people myself who are just as completely down to earth as your working class mate, but they were born into a bit more money. They live a life that's slightly better than the rest of their mates. Does that make them middle class? I don't know. Class is weird. It's funny I had a conversation with an American friend as well, who was calling me middle class. I was like, what the fucking hell are you on about? You are? I'm not. I'm working class. What? And I tried to explain, their class system and our class system is completely different. I was like, your middle class, if they come over here, would be viewed as being working class. They've got the, below them, they've got like a working class, but they've got the poverty class over in America, haven't they? Mexican pool boys and people like that. That's what she was saying to me anyway. But I was like, no, your middle class would be firmly working class over here. You need to see our working class or middle class to understand what this means. And then you need to see our upper class to see exactly what that is. People who talk in them strangled vowels, them lot. The ones who've got surnames for first names. Our class system is completely fucking different. You cannot get to that top class. You have to be born into it. You can't work your way up to it. You can work your way to middle class. You can't get any further. Not a chance. And if you're middle class and they don't like you, you can get it taken away from you, so you're down the bottom again. Snakes and bastard ladders, man. High stakes and ladders, there you go. There's the next game. Father was a farmer, your mother was a PA to the brigadier, to the army based in Germany. Is that middle class, or is that just brought up into a good, solid household? Farmer. Would that be classed as middle class? It's a good background, that though. Yeah, class is a weird thing. We're obsessed with it in the UK. I don't think we really understand it that well. Or not as well as maybe we should do. How am I going to fund this massive fleet of yellow buses? They will fund themselves. They will form a commune of yellow buses. They will have TikToks. They will go viral. The yellow buzz is another thing me and my daughter do every morning. There's a bus that goes past here, a yellow bus, a little yellow comfy bus, and it goes all the way from here, all the way to where she works. So by the time I leave here and pick her up, as we're dropping her off, the yellow bus comes this way, goes past us, goes round the corner to go back on its route back here, and we see it twice. And if we see it, buzz, yellow buzz, it's become a shout along with, oh my God, would you look at the sausage dog? Grandfathers were both business owners. Right. So maybe, from a certain standpoint, going back in time, that would be middle class. Your average working class person would not own a business. But even so, I think a lot of it's down to attitude as well, how you are with things. If you are part of that Volvo driving Lyle and Scott jumper wearing brigade, do you want to see other people suffer to make you feel better? I wouldn't. No matter how much money I had. You try and help the people around you, don't you? I think so anyway. That's why I hate, again, don't want to be digging out America on this, but it just seems to be every time you talk about helping people out, you get called a commie by an American. This socialism, NHS with its poisonous socialism. For fuck's sake, man. If you're walking down the road and an old lady fell over in front of you, would you walk on past them or would you go and help them up? That's what socialism is. It's helping each other out. The people who are better off, the stronger, can go and pick up the weaker. Doesn't have to be money. Just help people out. And conservative Christians, what on earth? Anybody who's read the Bible will tell you that Jesus was a complete socialist. The Sermon on the Mount talks about socialism. Loaves and fishes, what did he do? He fed them all. He didn't set up a stall trying to work out how to bring the best money in for what he had. It's all a bunch of arse. The world will implode, just like one of Elon Musk's fucking rockets. He is a rocket. He may be working class, but he dresses like the gentry. Bobby Gentry. The upper class is in sense a breed, big teeth, big wallet. It's sort of a breed because they breed with each other as well. That's why you don't get in there, and why you find people with like 17 surnames. Because Natasha Wobbly Smythe met Nathaniel Smithley Chommons, whatever the fucking name is. Know what I mean? And then you become the dink name. It's just stupid. At some point it stops. There shouldn't be ownership of the country that we live in by other people. They shouldn't own the land. There shouldn't be hereditary just passing down billions upon billions upon billions. Because if you never worked for anything and you've been handed it on a plate, how can you be empathetic in any kind of way? When you're 18-year-old being handed like £7 billion because that's your dad or your granddad was the 17th Earl of whatever. I mean, fucking hell, man. Know what I mean? Watching the footy. How are we getting on with the footy? Are there any scores? Any Bobby Moores? Oh. Atletico and Real gone to Pellies. Very nice. Catholic Church owns half of England. The church is stupid. Talking about poverty and helping people, helping the worst in society, or the more I can't even think what I'm trying to say. We should all help our poor fellow brethren. You're on a solid gold throne. What the fuck are you playing at, man? It's all ridiculous. Am I going to follow the Andy Burnham model? I wouldn't say he was a model. He's quite a handsome fella. I've seen him quite a few times at the match. He's in a big Evertonian, is Andy Burnham. Get them to pay for themselves. Get them sponsored. How much does it cost to run a bus for a week? Just charge big sponsorship and write it on the side. I always thought if those big intercity trains, get Duracell to sponsor them and paint them black with gold at the end, so it looks like one big train of Duracell batteries, one behind the other. That'd work wonders. Imagine seeing one of those from above, a drone, hundreds of feet up, looking down this massive long train of Duracell batteries. There's your advert, sorted. Yes, the rich aren't necessarily upper class unless they were born into it. There's nouveau riche and there's old money. That's the big difference over there. Musk might be the richest man in the world, he would not get a seat at the table with the upper class in this place. New money. Look down the nose at him. Still football's going on a bit. It is. Gone to penalties. Well, it has between Atletico and Real Madrid in the Madrid derby. Yep. 4,357 to 12 after half full time and penalties. Absolutely 100% nailed on. Put your spleen on it. Rod. You believe Real Madrid will win 1,221 to 4,432? That is a distinct possibility, especially the way they've been playing this week. The good old days, man. Now that you say that, I'm going to have to check whether the bushes are rustling. Not that kind of rustling, not the kind of bush. Frankie, behave yourself. Low. Yeah. You're not an angel. Hark. And low. Have the staff wear bunny suits. There you go. It'll work. Proper clippies. And get people on there. Get people doing impressions of, was it Jack from On the Buses? The clippy with the funny laugh. Just get people doing them as well. If you liked him, put your money in the in the bucket. The bus bucket. We could make this work, man. There'll be loads of ways of creating money in this, or at least putting money around bit by bit. Move it around. That's what you need to do in an economy. You need to stimulate. If you get paid cash, go and spend it locally if you can. £10 in your pocket is worth something like £12 in the place that you spend it, because it goes through so many different hands. It stimulates the economy. That's how it works. You get a churn of money. That's how the economy gets better. Not by hiding cash offshore, certainly. That doesn't work. And not by trying to cut civil service numbers or disability benefits. Labour always used to spend. You spend your way out of trouble with stuff like this, and it works. Because you get a churn in the economy and it gets stronger and stronger, at which point a rising tide lifts all ships. Know what I mean? But no, it's now a choice. Austerity is a choice. Ali, you have a question. Let us hear your question, Ali, come on. Or is it why I've been on the bar for the last hour and a half? Is that what that is? Is that your question? Go on, what is it? The world's gone mad. Tomash has already moderated over on Twitch as well. 5,999 over there at the moment. One has been moderated out. Has anyone else tried the Bear's Paws bottle opener keyring? I haven't. I said earlier on I should have got a beer with me. Although, to be honest, I think I've dropped my bottle opener on the floor, haven't I? Oh, what a bell. That's what it was the other day I was looking for. I'll have to get my thieving stick out and see if I can find it. It's around here somewhere. No, Niatsky. I'll check tomorrow, I can't be arsed now. Get along, little doggy, says Jeff. No, that was last week. You would, but you still don't have one. Okay, Mandy, okay. I'll drop one round ASAP. ASAP Rocky. I will need to, because I also need to go and do some wandering around North Wales. Dizzyth. Got to go to Dizzyth, man. Especially before the drought. Imagine my luck turning up at Dizzyth Falls and there's a drought and there's no water coming. Wouldn't that be an absolute ball ache and a half? Banhammer. Hashtag Banhammer is right, Tomash. Take no shit. TNS, man, TNS. What else I need to bring round for you? Oh, your laminated little diploma. What am I calling it? And some joss sticks. What the fucking hell's that for joss stick? What am I on about? Incense. Losing the plot. I am absolutely losing the plot. Does that mean you tried yours? Ali Ali-O. Did it work? Is that what you're trying to say? I tried it and it blew up into a million pieces. Thank you, Mandy, for sending me the grumpy old man. I will put that on the screen next time I have a rant. Did I not see your video? I haven't. Have I stopped getting notifications for you? When did you put it on? Hally ho. I've just put Ali Ali O into a search when it's obviously not what your name is on there. Plot lost. Trying to find you quickly now. Oh, where the fucking hell is it? No, I can't get this to work. It's being a stupido, eh? It's being a stupido. I'll check later, I'll check. You only tried that one time. Oh, sorry. Yes, I did see it. I did. I did. I'm lying. I did see it. Adam, off to bed. No worries, mate. Velterusten. Catch you later, bud. With the Cheers theme tune. I did see it. I still haven't used it myself, despite the fact I've got a bag of the bleeding things here. Somewhere. Remind me. I'll check it out, man. You Funk Soul Brothers. Do I dare try one when we finish tonight? Do I dare do that? Or should it be on camera? Should be on camera. The Cheers theme tune. It's good, but it's a bit of a rip-off early, isn't it, of the Pause theme tune, I think. There's too many similarities. They're out of order. Was the video on your channel? That's where I saw it, so it will be there somewhere. Check it out, la. I will open one on camera. There you go, I will do that. Whether it's a film, a book. Now, whether it's live or filmed, I will do one. I will open one. I need a beer at some point this week. They'll be freezing cold and about 6 months out of date by the time I get round to drinking one. Still got me Asahi. Real Madrid win. Ah, oh, bastards. Bastards. The fascists have won. Oh. New Tim Runia video dropping tomorrow. Fantastic stuff. I'll check that tomorrow. Good lad is Tim. Good Dutch lad. Real's name on the trophy this year. I mean, it's already on there quite a few times, isn't it? Is it on there again this year? Is it theirs to lose? Who can stop them? Who can stop them? Could Arsenal? Who do they play next? Or is it not sorted out that way? Be interesting to find out. I haven't watched the Champions League for years. Used to be great in the 1990s, then it went shit. Pretty much the year Liverpool won it. Lost all interest. I was in the pub for that one as well. Atletico's second penalty cancelled out because the player slipped and double touched the ball. You are not allowed to do that. Which is why it's would be a free kick, wouldn't it? During normal play. Yeah. It's also why if a player takes a penalty and hits the crossbar or the post and it comes back out, they can't finish it themselves because no one else will have touched the ball. Someone else has to touch the ball. Goalkeeper or defender or attacker. Someone else has to touch it before he can touch it again. People don't seem to know that. Shame now. I'm not particularly a fan of Real Madrid being the fascists. I loved him having a go at Barcelona as well. Claiming Barcelona have been cheating money-wise. What? Real was so many hundreds of millions of euros in debt one year. So the training ground, which is probably worth about 20 million euros, got sold for about 400 million euros to the government, who then give them it back because they were the king's team. Talking about, it's bang out of order, the way they're marketing the system. Fascist bastards. Poor Conor Gallagher. Where are they in the league as well? I haven't seen the Spanish league for a while. Watched quite a bit of Barcelona this year though. Just never seen a league table. We'll have a look now. La Liga standings. Oh, Barcelona top of the table. Followed by Real Madrid, followed by Atletico Madrid. I'm not saying it's a duopoly like, but it's pretty much the same, isn't it? Same three teams constantly. Oh, another pick from Ali Alio. Sent me the moon. Oh, no. Wrong one, wrong one. There you go, look at that. How beautiful is that? A full moon behind the clouds. Ah, yeah, where is it? Where is it? Oh, I've just got a bag of the things here. Stupid boy. Stupid boy. Yeah, to do the ring pull, it's the little bit there on top. The little tiny bit. You stick that under that way, and then that curve does that and lifts it. Little bit on the bottom, see if I can put it against the white of my skin. Little bit on the bottom, lift up that way. It's not pitch black there. It wouldn't be with a moon like that, would it? Looks lovely. Pitch black here though. Pitch bloody black here. It didn't snap though, there you go. So it's strong like bull, my friend. Strong like bull. There you go. The little bit on the other side, sorry. No, that bit there. That little bit. Zhuzh it under. I'll show you next time, I'll show you. Nice little things, them actually. Jess has got one, which is actually on her keys. She had just took it home and threw it in the bin straight away. Or is she hoping that she's at a party one night? Anyone got a bottle opener? I have. What's this? It's my dad's merch. You know, living vicariously. Do you get instructions? You do. Handwritten instructions. Slip it under. Pull it till you spurt. There you go. I would have sent a replacement. I would have done. Absolutely. 100%. Let me know if it does snap. I'll send another one. And then at some point in the future, I might be able to afford to buy proper ones, proper metal ones. Get them done. Or even buy a load of the metal ones and buy a laser printer. A laser thing that you do. Because you can laser stuff, can't you? You can laser onto metal, wood, leather, all kinds of stuff. Could do that. Could laser something in for you. There you go. The metal ones are not too expensive. It's the actual printing on them or the whatever you do to them that costs the money, apparently. Apparently. Not that I've looked into it much. Oh, shite. Oh no, it's alright. I'm not driving tomorrow, am I? Let me check though, just in case. Yes, she's not working tomorrow. But it's going to be cold tomorrow morning, man. Have you seen that? Have you seen that? 3 degrees it would have been. Don't like it. Laser print, not a laser printer. What it does, a laser etcher. It etches things. So if you've got metal, it will cut a little bit out in laser. If you've got plastics, it sort of takes it back a little bit and then just puts an outline or whatever it is you want to draw on plastic. It doesn't melt all the way through. Same on leather. Really good. Cricut, what's that? Full set. Oh, it's a lot of trouble for a bottle opener, it is. But it's the thought that counts. Although, to be honest with you, that's good enough, I think. That's not bad considering how cheap they were off Amazon. It's alright, isn't it? I don't mind them. Yep, Ali's got a video on her channel of trying to open a can with it. If you haven't got Ali's channel, there it is there. Ali Ali-o. Ali Ali Ali-o. You've got an engraver kit. Right, I'm going to send you 6,000 metal bottle openers. You can engrave them all for me. I'll pick them up the day after. There you go, sorted. Sorted. Like an OCD sufferer's ACDC CD collection. Can you engrave though? Is your hand steady enough to engrave? I wouldn't be. I just think I'd end up just doing that. Plus I can't really draw anyway. No. Go ahead. Don't be our ass now. I watched Peter Lindgren, one of his latest videos. He went round to his mate who's got one of these laser etcher things, and he was etching everything, bits of wood, bits of leather wallets, all kinds of stuff. Looks really good. I like stuff like that. It was very sort of James Bond. Do you expect me to talk? No, I expect you to etch. I genuinely, if the money started rolling in from somewhere, Lotto or wherever it was, I would have a room just full of stuff like that. 3D printer, laser etcher, just full of mad stuff. I would laze everything. Wouldn't you love us? Wouldn't you love us? Can you engrave on everything? What? Glass? Metal? It's still in the box. Is it living in a box? Is it living in a cardboard box? No worries, Ali Alio. Good night, good night. Tie your laces tomorrow. Young lady, don't be falling over. We don't need that. All in good time. She had it for 25 years, like. You've never engraved anything. How can you not have engraved... You especially, the way you are, how can you not have engraved something? Even just some random can or bottle or something in your house. Just done. Done your initials on it. Do it. Do it now. Oh. Speaking of doing it now, I think it's time, isn't it? It's time. You've enough to do making my on-screen stuff. Welcome to my world. Now you know how much is involved. I like the fact that you know how much is involved. Even the most simple things, or things that look simple, do not in fact be simple. And when things look as in-depth and intense as they are now with the on-screen stuff, you can tell how much work's gone into them. Yep, so get your dancing shoes on. It's time for me to go and collapse on the sofa, I think. It looks time, doesn't it? It looks time. It looks time to get your dancing shoes on. Morning, Jackie. Yeah, come on and get your dancing shoes on. I am absolutely knackered. You look simple and are. I am. I are simple, I are. Simple is as simple does. Anyway, dancing shoes, come on. And that's that.